Hey everybody, Mark Fox here with Amazing Prophecies YouTube channel. Glad you could join us wherever you're coming from. We are excited and really thrilled about this particular subject. It's thrilling, it's sobering, it is historic, it is rare, it is American. Some say that the great American eclipse of 2017 is not a coincidence, but divine providence. Some say it could be an omen. Some say it's not entertainment, but it is a warning. Whatever you have to say about it, one thing for sure, in just a few days, everyone is going to be looking up to the sky across the United States of America. Okay, everybody, so here we dive right in. So it's the 2017 Great American Eclipse. And we're edging closer to the due date of August 21, the Great American Eclipse. This is an important topic. Sit tight, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned because we have done a lot of preparation for this one. We're going to go at a rather quick clip. Stay with us, everyone. We're talking now about the coming total solar eclipse, the likes of which no one in the United States of America has seen here since 1776. So the skies, everybody, the skies over many cities and towns and prairie lands and mountains across America are about to become dark in broad day. Indeed, it is a historic celestial phenomenon that is about to be seen all across America. Indeed, one of the best words to describe the great American solar eclipse is the word rare. Can I hear everybody say rare? So why so rare? Because it is an American exclusive eclipse. That's right. This happens very rarely, but when it does, people all over the world will pay attention. So on August 21, 2017, the United States and other neighboring countries are going to see the most spectacular eclipse of the sun in 100 years. The total solar eclipse on August 21 is particularly rare because it is, listen, the first time the path of totality, that is where the full eclipse can be seen, the path of totality exclusively crosses the continental United States from coast to coast, from Pacific coast to Atlantic coast, from Oregon to South Carolina. And it's the first time that this has happened from coast to coast since June 8, 1918, according to ABC News. That's quoting ABC News. That's the really unique thing, as Spinac told ABC News. It's not a particularly long total eclipse. It's not an especially wide path of totality. A matter of fact, it's just 70 miles wide, but it crosses the United States and no other country. And so, for those who might not know, an eclipse of the sun takes place when the moon comes directly between the earth and the sun. I know this is just science or astronomy 101, I understand that, but a total eclipse is when the moon passes completely in front of the sun. This is exactly what's going to happen on August 21, just a few days from now. So what is it once again? ABC News tells us a total solar eclipse is when the moon moves between the sun and earth, lasting for up to about 3 hours from beginning to end, according to NASA. So, why is this called the Great American Solar Eclipse once again? The August event will go down as the first total solar eclipse whose path of totality stays completely in the United States since 1776, experts say, according to the space.com Total Solar Eclipse 2017 guide. as cited there in ABC News. So we continue quickly. So the path of totality, which is where the moon will cover the sun entirely, will stretch, will span, will arc from the coast of Oregon to the coast of South Carolina. And the eclipse will start at 12:05 p.m. Eastern Time, 9:05 Pacific Time, and will end at 4:06 p.m. Eastern Time, 1:06 p.m. Pacific Time. And so thanks to USA Today site, we see there in the bottom left, Great American Eclipse on August 21. The moon's shadow will cross, and there's the path of total eclipse arcing the continental United States of America. So, if you find yourself anywhere in the continental United States, weather permitting, you will see some portion of the eclipse. And you would have to go online and check out what's the likelihood that the weather will be good for you where you are on August 21. Obviously, most likely if you go more west into Idaho, you're more likely perhaps to get some sun and the weather cooperating. So people around America are catching the solar eclipse fever, and it is spreading fast. The excitement about watching a sight, literally a sight of a lifetime, is building. So everybody is thinking about, okay, got to get that eye protection wear because you want to be prepared for this historic event. So people are scrambling to book hotels that are located in prime viewing areas across America, coast to coast. Ka-ching, says USA Today article, eclipse tourism bringing in millions from Oregon to South Carolina. Millions of eyes will be fixed on the sky when a total solar eclipse crosses the U.S. in August. It's likely many of those eyes will be safely behind eclipse glasses made by a Tennessee company, one of many businesses cashing in on the eclipse. And so just 2 to 3 minutes of darkness during the August 21 total solar eclipse is bringing in millions of tourist dollars from Oregon to South Carolina as hotels, campgrounds, restaurants, and museums enjoy a phenomenal boon to business. And more than 100,000, I'm not going to read all this, but more than 100,000 people are expected to visit Salem, Oregon. That'll be the first big city that will see the eclipse. That's just about 45 minutes heading south from where my parents live in Portland, Oregon. So that almost doubles the town's population for the day. And so we need to continue. So now Nashville, according to USA Today article, the largest U.S. city entirely in the path of the total eclipse, and they estimate 50 to 75,000 visitors will stay overnight and spend a total of 15 to 20 million, etc. So since this is an event that's never happened before, it's difficult to know exactly so what I guess to expect. So we continue. So Nashville is a place to go for the greatest eclipse, as you can see from this total solar eclipse graph picture here, this image. Okay, so in the Charleston website, Go Dark Charleston, and so that's going to happen August 21 as the trajectory goes right smack dab in the middle of South Carolina and arcs through there and is going to go over the Charleston area, where this is reminiscent of the infancy of the United States of America. I mean, this is where it all began, Charleston, South Carolina. And yes, of course, Plymouth, Massachusetts, way north. But we have a lot of rich U.S. history and U.S. heritage right there in Charleston. So this is a very helpful graphic here from greatamericaneclipse.com. Did you know that 264 million Americans, that is 81% of the nation, lives within 600 miles of total eclipse? And many are going to take advantage of getting in their car, getting on the plane, train, whatever, to head towards this path of the total solar eclipse, the sight of a lifetime. Fox News says solar eclipse day craziness could resemble the zombie apocalypse. Are you ready? Oh yes, it's going to be a phenomenon the likes of which we have not seen since 1776 in America. So the full sensory experience of totality is going to be breathtaking as you realize its rareness. You will remember this sight for the rest of your life and will never regret the effort to see totality. And so it is dangerous, though, caution everybody, it is dangerous to look at the sun with the naked eye. And so therefore NASA is suggesting that you view an eclipse with a special solar filter. Please, everybody, heads up on this one, right? Now, according to abcnews.com, the total solar eclipse, everything to know about the upcoming celestial event, you can take a look at that yourself, but anywhere from 2 to 7 lunar and solar eclipses can occur in 1 year. The average is just under 4, but this one is unique. However, future eclipses in the 21st century, you can check out thegreatamericaneclipse.com for that. Total solar eclipses over North America in the 21st century. Guess what? As you can see, according to the graphic, we're coming to you from Dallas. Guess what? April 8, as you can see in this graphic, April 8, 2024, there's another one coming. 7 years, an interesting number, of course. 7 years from now, it's going to occur. And so we continue. So this is not a strange event. It is a rare event. It's a periodic event that is to be expected in a timely fashion. So what is the meaning, the significance of this celestial event in the heavens? Is there a divine purpose to this rare phenomenon in the sky? Is it just a coincidence or divine providence? I say divine providence. How should a believer in God's word interpret this total solar eclipse? How should Americans view this total eclipse? Entertainment or warning? Look here, everybody. I would say this. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. We don't want to go over the top. We don't want to be extreme on this. We don't want to be stretching this. This is a phenomenon that occurs periodically. But I repeat, this particular total solar eclipse has not been seen like this in the United States of America to this extent, to this accessibility, this uniqueness, this rareness, since 1776. Now, I don't think that's a coincidence. I think it's by divine providence. Let me explain. We continue. Many are wondering if this dramatic historic solar eclipse is an omen, a harbinger, a warning of things to come upon America. Now sit tight, stay with us. In this particular website, we noticed what they said, Inverse Science. Babylonians were even more hyped for the eclipse than we are. They saw the eclipse as an omen. Interesting. Well, this is a cyclical, predictable, celestial event in the heavens. Therefore, we need to be careful. Slow down, everybody. Careful about making it more than what it is, but not explaining it away as it's nothing to get any excitement going about it. There's really nothing big about it. No, I think there is something big about it. Is this total solar eclipse just a coincidence, or is it by divine ordering, by divine providence, by God's divine timing? I believe it's God's divine timing. God is in control, everybody. Nevertheless, this timely event reminds us of a few key facts. Number one, as you look up into the heavens, according to Psalms 19 and Genesis chapter 1, God is our creator. So as everybody, perhaps more Americans, millions and millions, are going to simultaneously be looking up into the heavens more than ever in the history of the United States of America. pardon me, God is our creator. B, God placed the stars, sun, moon in the heavens for a reason. That's right. They're all there for a reason. C, remember, we're looking up, we're looking up, we're looking up. God is our creator. He put the stars and the sun and the moon in the heavens for a reason, a divine reason. See, it shows us if he's the creator and he put those up there in the sky, then God is in control. And if he's in control, then God has perfect timing to everything. And so God knew everyone would be looking up where he wanted them to look, up into the sky. So everybody, our country is so divided, but whether you're Democrat or Republican, whether you like the president or don't like the president, where you voted for the president, didn't vote for the president, wherever you are in the political spectrum, whether you're Christian or Catholic, whether you're educated, uneducated, black, white, Hispanic, whatever, Asian, whatever, you're going to be looking up. We're all going to be looking up. Humanity in the United States of America, millions upon millions, are going to be looking up. And we're going to be looking at the same event. Now, that has not happened in terms of these numbers of Americans ever. And so we continue. God wants us to ask questions about what other signs should we look for in the heavens. God wants us to ask questions about what other signs should we look for in the heavens. The Bible talks about different signs we should be looking for. What is the most important celestial event about to happen in the sky? The second coming of Jesus Christ. Look here, everybody. In Revelation chapter 1. Revelation, by the way, some of the most provocative, some of the most sobering, some of the most alarming, stupendous prophecies I'm about to share with you that are in the Bible. But in Revelation chapter 1, I'm going to get into a little bit about the mark of the beast. Mark of the beast. Watch this first. About the second coming. In Revelation chapter 1, stay with us. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 7. We put hours into getting this ready for you, everybody. Revelation 1:7. Let us know if it's a blessing. You can comment as we give this message. Behold, he is coming with clouds. That's looking up. And every eye will see him. So the Bible makes it very clear he's coming. He's coming and every eye will see him. Well, millions upon millions are going to be looking up in the clouds while they're going to be hoping that there's no clouds. Point is, they're going to be looking up to the sky. Millions upon millions upon millions. They're looking up. Well, very soon, everybody in the entire planet is going to be looking up. And it's going to be bigger than an eclipse. It's going to be the second coming of Jesus Christ. By the way, check out my video about 10 things, 10 reasons why most are going to be panic-stricken at the second coming of Jesus Christ. It just recently went up and has over 70,000 views. I hope you can take a look at that. We continue. So there are signs in the heavens that are not cyclical and predictable, but are rather prophetic and ominous and apocalyptic. They're signs of the soon return of Jesus Christ. And I'm not saying this eclipse is forecast in the Bible. I am not saying that. But I am saying that these are reminders that there are signs in the heavens that are not cyclical, that are not predictable, but are rather prophetic, ominous, apocalyptic signs of the soon return of Jesus Christ. And I have a number of videos coming up, a number of live streams where I'll be dealing with different things that are happening in the sky, meteorites, and other things, and historic dark days that have happened in the past, a blood moon that's happened in the past. Okay, we continue. It's also the first continent-wide eclipse to be visible only from the United States since 1776. You said, Mark, you already said that. I'm repeating it. This is just, I think this is significant. Some say, it's just a coincidence. I'm sorry. I don't subscribe to that. I believe it's by divine providence. By divine providence. It is a reminder of our beautiful, rich United States heritage of religious and political. Can you say this with me, everybody? Go ahead and type it in if you're in the chat room there. Type it in if you're watching the video. Freedom. This is a reminder of our freedom. You know, when July 4 happens, what do? We have fireworks in the sky. Well, God, I believe, is allowing Americans to look up and see this total solar eclipse and look up and be reminded, hey, that hasn't happened since 1776. And 1776 is all about the founding of this country, of the land of the free and the brave. Is this time for Americans to party, though? Is this entertainment? Is this party time? Is this time for Americans to party or to prepare for God's judgments? The path of totality is striking in terms of reminders and warnings of future apocalyptic catastrophes, because it travels across some of the most potentially deadly seismic zones in the United States. It's going to make its debut, its grand entrance into Oregon, there in the northwest, where you have the Northwest Cascadian subduction fault line there. And what they're telling us, geologists, seismologists, whoever, the experts are telling us, it's only a matter of time, and there's going to be a big one that's going to hit the Northwest and could potentially wipe out Seattle and wipe out Portland. Moving along the trajectory of the path of totality, you come near Yellowstone, another explosive zone, a volcano that seems to just, we're here of late. Matter of fact, I just did a video on this, has over 8,000 views, about swarm of earthquakes that have been happening there recently in the Yellowstone area along this in this volcanic area. So in addition to that, and many say it's only a matter of time. It's going to blow, and when it blows, it's going to wreak havoc. It's going to be cataclysmic, apocalyptic across a good swath of the United States of America. Then moving along the path of totality, that 70-mile wide path of totality, moving along, it's going to pass across the New Madrid fault line as well. And lots of history there. And along there, Mississippi, and you can check out history. And there again, they say that something big could happen here. So it's just rather striking, rather interesting that it would be passing along as if to draw our attention to it's time to look up. Because who has been protecting us? Who's been protecting us from those cataclysmic events in which perhaps millions could be wiped